Hello, everybody. This is CJ Wiley with More Adventures on the Road. One of the partners that I had that was just ideal for me was Junior Weldon Rogers. He was one of the best one-handed pool players in the world. He said little Sergio was the only one that he thought he couldn't beat from California, and we went around the country and won a lot of money together. We were all down at a tournament in Alabama. There was action in Gadsden and Anniston, Alabama. I believe this tournament was in Anniston, and everybody was there. It was a big bar table tournament, and all the champions were there. And I was with Weldon and a guy named Burl Gabbard from Kentucky, steered me around a lot up there and won a lot of money together as well. And a few others in our group that all, had a lot of money, and they were wanting to put me in action. So Weldon told me that he wanted me to play David Matlock, who was considered the best bar table player in the country, which, I wouldn't have wanted to play him heads up, but Weldon said that he would play me if, and they'd bet on me, if Wade Crane, aka Billy Johnson, could break for me. Now, Wade was known to have one of the most powerful breaks, if not the most powerful break in the country. They called him Boom Boom because of his break. And Weldon had played several people with Wade breaking for him and beat him. And there's kind of a little bit of a trick. When somebody is breaking for you, it doesn't necessarily matter if they break better than you. What it does is it gives them the mindset to just break and perfect that break. And it gives you the mindset to just run out and just keep your mind on running out. Because when you're breaking and shooting back and forth, there's some emotional swings that you'll have, especially if you're breaking and you scratch, or you're not getting on the one ball after you break, so you're not having opportunities, or, it's just, you don't realize it, but it's hard to keep a real steady mindset. And when you have somebody breaking for you, that changes. So you can really, really focus on what your role is in the game. So Weldon ended up matching up the game with Matlock. We're betting $10,000, and I don't know how much money was bet on the side, but it was a lot. And so we started playing. I was kind of nervous, but still played really well. I've been playing a lot. And Wade had been playing mostly on 9-foot tables, and we were playing on a bar table. So he's having a little bit of trouble with his break. He was breaking well, but I'd never seen him really break, as like people had described to me until that match. And again, it didn't happen at first. We went back and forth, and I ended up getting, we're playing 10 ahead. First one to get 10 games ahead of the other person. And I got on 7. And the next time I shot, I was 1 game down. So Matlock put an 8 on me. So now I'm just trying not to get rattled. But Wade's sitting over there with me. And one thing about him is he was just a powerful presence. And I never really saw him get rattled. And we spent a lot of time together. And he helped me a lot just with the mental game. Just his confidence was impeccable. So he kept saying the right things, to keep me, level-headed. And he said, after Matlock ran that 8 racks, he said, "Listen, kid," he says, "I'm about ready to get this break working. And when I do, we'll beat him 30 ahead if he doesn't quit." I was like, man, this guy just ran 8 racks in a row on me, and my partners tell me we're going to beat him 30 ahead, and he was serious. So anyway, a couple more games go by, and we're pretty even. I win a game, and Wade gets up to break, and this time it was different. It was like pow, and that cue ball goes up like 2 feet into the air and comes bouncing down right in the center of the table. And the balls were just fighting to get in the pockets. And I mean, he made like 3 or 4 balls, and I was like straight in on the one and ran out. He hit him again. Pow! That cue ball goes up in the air. And when it's up in the air, it can't be hit by other balls, and knocked into the pocket, or it keeps the cue ball pretty much in the center of the table, so gives you the best percentage of getting a shot on the first ball. So again, pow, that cue ball goes up. I mean, I just felt the power that he had, and it added to my power. Like I said, it's kind of a synergistic effect, because when he got that break working, I also got the running out part working. And I remember when he hit that first break and he came back, he looked at me and nodded, and his eyes were blazing. There's something else. I still remember that. Like I said, it had a great influence on me. And within a pretty short period of time, we beat him that 10 ahead, and they quit. But Wade was right. If he would have kept playing, we would have beat him 30 ahead. It's amazing, because I'm not under the illusion I could have beat Matlock. Even Matlock, again, was one of the most powerful players there is. He was, he reached a point where nobody wanted to play him on a bar table. So anyway, that's my account of one of the most powerful 1-2 punches I've ever been involved with. Wade Crane. He's no longer with us, but a lot of people were touched by him. And, rest in peace, Wade, a.k.a. Billy Johnson. If you like this story, join me at my private website, masteringpocketbilliards.com, where I show all the fundamentals, techniques, and systems that I learned from playing all these guys, reaching some of the highest levels in tournament player, accolades, and gambling. Anyway, if you like this story, I'll see you next time.